So Palefest 2023 was amazing. Greetings everyone, my name is Nightshade. This is the Night Shift, a place where we collect all things spooky. So I just got back from Palefest and all I gotta say is, wow. Also, my sincerest apologies. I'm shooting this in my backyard, so I'm sorry if not everything is well lit right now. Didn't feel like going all the way over to my studio to shoot this and then come all the way back just to edit it. I didn't have a whole lot of talking shots with the camera while I was at Palefest because I was just sort of living in the moment. I really wanted to take in everything and not just ignore it all while talking to a camera, and I'm really glad I did it that way because Palefest was something special. Like, I've been to a lot of different horror style conventions or mask conventions, and this was completely different from that. Like, I'm a very anxious person. I have social anxiety. I do not like going outside of my house into big crowds. Big crowds normally have me like super anxious and shaky and nervous, but whenever I was at Palefest, it was nothing like that at all. It's really weird to say because I felt like I belonged there. Like, I wasn't just some random person in somebody else's party. I felt like I was actually invited to the party. Like, normally I feel like a little puzzle piece that is in the puzzle box that doesn't actually belong to that puzzle. And going to Palefest, I felt like I actually belonged there. Like, this was the puzzle piece that I was supposed to fit into. And I hope that analogy doesn't come off cringy in any way, shape, or form. Because whenever I showed up there, I saw a lot of familiar faces. These are people that I've talked to online for years. And then you see them in person, and they're just as awesome in person as well. Like, I met Chase from Hateful Creations, and I've been subscribed to his channel for a while. He said he enjoyed my videos, which is just like mind-blowing. And he's a super nice guy as well. I got to meet Daphne, whose mask was featured on this channel. Really cool seeing her in person. But yeah, just the whole vibe and energy was just very awesome. There's a very specific atmosphere in the air, and I can't really describe it, but I'm sure if you were there, you know what I'm talking about. It's like an atmosphere that I've never felt before, and it's not something that you could ever replicate again. Like, I do genuinely hate the term "it's a vibe," but the only way that I can describe the atmosphere in the air was it had its own vibe. There's a lot of really talented people that were boothing there, and had I had the funds, I would have bought a piece from every single booth if I could. Unfortunately, I could not, but I did get a couple really cool pieces that I'll show you later on in the week. Yeah, we hung out for a bit, and then we actually went a block away to the actual House of Masks itself, and that was surreal. Like, seeing it in videos here on YouTube does not actually capture the scale of how big the House of Masks actually is. Like, the mask room is way, way bigger in person. And it's kind of crazy because I've been watching the House of Masks for quite some time, and it's like, oh, I remember whenever he unboxed that, or, oh, I remember whenever he unboxed this mask too. But yeah, it's like very surreal, like seeing something that you've watched for years and then actually going to the place and seeing it in person. And it's just, it's very surreal. But yeah, after that, we ended up going back to Palefest, and it was cool because there was a couple people that recognized me from this channel. They had stopped me and asked if, like, it was cool to take a picture with me and everything, and then, like, absolutely, like, yeah. Like, that was very surreal feeling. Like, it's cool, but, like, very, very surreal. We was kicking it for a little bit, and then eventually I bumped into the man himself, AJ motherfucking Good. Like, I've been a huge fan for years, and it was really cool to like finally meet him in person.
Finally. The red button in the front. Thank you, man. Thank you. It's so good to see you. I'm so fucking stoked that you're finally out here. Finally.
Yeah, he was super cool, and like it was really cool meeting him. I ended up giving him a hug, and we ended up taking a Polaroid picture. However, I didn't want to linger because he seemed super busy, which I can imagine that he was. But yeah, after meeting AJ, I ended up, you know, taking my camera back to the car and just enjoying the rest of the time there. Not everything needs to be filmed. Sometimes you just need to sit and enjoy the moment. Yeah, like the whole experience was just very inspiring, to say the least. Like when I first subscribed to AJ's channel, he was just a guy that was gearing up and getting super stoked about going to Mask Fest. And just a few years later, he's throwing his own like mask collectors event or convention, whatever you want to call it, like festival. It's just very, very inspiring to me. Like there's two major things that I took away from this whole event. First thing that I took away is that I definitely need a smaller mask because this thing is large and cumbersome, so the V2 of this needs to be smaller and a little bit more streamlined. Like wearing this thing for several hours was very annoying. And the other thing that I took from this is, you know, if you're gonna dream big and don't ever stop trying to succeed at that dream. Like, I know that sounds super corny and super cliche, and I really don't want to come off as super corny and cliche, but there's like literally no other way to describe that. Like I was saying, like I've been watching this guy for years, like many years. You know, he started making videos in a phone from a basement, and like now he's throwing the best mask collectors event that I've ever been to, at least. You go back and watch some of his old videos and hear about some of the goals that he said that he wanted to do. He's actually achieved every single one of them. Like, the dude was super passionate about something, and he set out and did all of those passions and did them so well that he's gotten all of this recognition, and it's all very well-deserved recognition. And if you don't find that inspiring, well, then you're probably just a hater. And with all that being said, I'm going to end it there. AJ, if you happen to be watching this, thank you for throwing one of the coolest events that I've ever been to. Like, I was only there for one day, but that one day is something that I'm not going to forget anytime soon. And if there just so happens to be another Palefest, then yeah, you can definitely count on me going there because it was extremely fun and I enjoyed every minute that I was there. I will see you guys later this week whenever I show off everything that we scored from Palefest. So until next time, my name is Nightshade, this has been The Night Shift, and I will see you in the next video. Stay spooky, my friends.